participating in Aurelia Public Library's Take and Make Adult Craft Kits. Your first is torn fabric tied trees, so you're tying them onto cinnamon sticks. And your other is going to be cut squares of felt turned into a Christmas tree. So we're going to do the cinnamon stick tree first. So I've tied some first, just it takes a little while to do. So you're just going to tie your fabric onto your cinnamon stick. You can choose any pattern, any strips that you like. So just lay it down and you're going to tie a square knot, which is left over right and under, and then right over left and under. And all this is going to do is help your fabric pieces stick out side to side, which is what you want for the tree. If you don't tie a square knot, it really doesn't matter. As you bunch them up, they'll kind of mush into a tree shape anyway, so that's fine. So you can tie as many or few on as you want. More means a bushier tree, fewer means a little more Charlie Brown tree. So tie in as many as you like there. Your next step is you're going to put a little star on, so you got a little yellow button. If you would like to put that on, go ahead. If you want to keep it a little more rough and rustic, that's fine too. So I'm going to attach it on. If you have white glue, that'll work. You just need to let it dry for a little longer. I'm going to use hot glue. Dries pretty instantly. So just a little dab, watch your fingers. Stick it onto the cinnamon stick. There you have it. And we're just going to tie our hanging string on as well. I'm going to put it between the star / button and the pieces of fabric, just so that it hangs a little better. So you're going to tie it on the front, or wrap it around the front, tie it onto the back. I'm also going to put a dab of hot glue on the knot at the back to keep it from sliding up the stick. So you to set if you're using white glue. So we'll do our little knot, a little dab of hot glue to keep it from moving around. And then we're just going to tie our hanging string. If you don't want to hang it and you just want to kind of have it sitting up propped on a shelf as a decoration, that's fine too. So we have our little hanging string. Oops, there you go. And I've already started trimming these other pieces of fabric. So you're just going to trim them into a tree shape. And there you have it. You have yourself a beautiful and wonderful smelling tree ornament. Okay, and our second tree ornament in your kit is the layered felt squares. So you'll have, once you pull your pile apart, 5 piles of different colored squares ranging from about 1.5 inches down to about 1/2 inch. So you should have 5 or 6 squares of each. You should also have a felt star and your rolled felt tree trunk, as well as a needle. It's fairly blunt, so don't worry about hurting yourself, and some thread. So first step, in the instructions you received, I said wiggle the thread through the trunk. If you can get it through, that's great. It's just to keep the knot on the end of your thread. Make sure you tie maybe 2 knots so it's nice and big before you start. So we're just going to wiggle a little if you can to prevent the knot from sliding right through the open middle of the tree trunk. I'm going to slide that down there. You can also just pull it down and just pull it, don't pull it down too far. That's fine. So we've got our tree trunk, and we're going to start with the largest pile of squares first. So if your needle will let you do more than one, you're just going to stab right through the middle. Need a little traction for the table. Just stab right through the middle and thread it on. So you're going to do that for each size, and they don't need to line up. That's totally fine. The largest square on down, going smaller and smaller. So on we go. Get these guys on. Just watch your fingers, even if it's the blunt needle. If you really stab it in there, it's not going to feel great. So we're going to get all these guys on. And you can see it's already looking a little tree-ish. So as you're going, you can just kind of shuffle them around so they're not lined up so perfectly. And that gives it a little more leafy feel to your tree. So we're almost done here. Got our second last size. And we'll move on to our tiniest little guys here. And then we're just about done. So this is a super easy, quick craft. If you want to do this with your kids at home as well, really simple. You can do it in different colors of cream or gray or green, whatever you guys like, multicolored, whatever you like. So we're just about done here. This one we've just gone white for a little more classic look. So you can see it's not lined up perfectly. That's okay. It's supposed to be like that. Okay, so I'm just going to take this star. I'm going to thread it through the bottom first. Then I'm going to thread it through the top so that it looks like the star is standing up at the top of the tree. So there you have your adorable little tree. And then you can just knot your string and you have yourself a sweet little felt hanging tree. So thank you so much for participating in this week's Take and Make Craft Kits. We'll see you again next time. Thanks.